everybody, Chef Bob here today, and today I'm going to show you how to make homemade potato chips in an air fryer using a Spiralizer. It's quick and simple and they're going to be very delicious. I'm going to show you a little trick at the end how to season them also. So let's get started. Now traditionally when you get your potatoes you'd probably want to peel them. Now in this case I want to leave the skins on. So an easy way to scrub them is to get, if you're familiar with the Scrub Daddy line of sponges, use cold water. It gets very hard and hot water gets soft. So I put a lot of cold water on it and then I scrub the potatoes to get them nice and clean. So I'm going to leave the skins on. So I won't need the peeler. Now there's a trick when you're using, I'm going to use the Wolfgang Puck Spiralizer. And I have the standard ribbon blade, if you can see that. Just going to drop that in there. Put on the feed tube. Now, there's a trick to it. If I just put the potatoes in, it's going to make a long ribbon. Well, we don't want to make ribbon cut French fries. We want to make potato chips. So there's a trick that you do. What you do is you take your potato, and you take your knife, and you just cut halfway. You want to go about halfway down the potato. So just go. I'm trying to go slow here. I don't want to, because it'll very easily cut through the whole potato, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to cut it in half. I've gone maybe a little further than half, but that's about what you want to do. You want to go about halfway. And I believe I've already cut these, yeah. So that's about halfway. And again, you want to go about halfway through. So once you've done that, then we're finished with the cutting board and the knives and the peeler, since we're not going to peel them. We'll use our Scrub Daddy instead. So we'll put that aside. Get our Wolfgang Puck Spiralizer out. And the way this works is it has a motorized head. You put your Spiralizer blade in and let it do all the work. So we'll just put our potato here. Put this head on here, and there's a little guide here I have to line up. And just hit the button here. And out come our potato chips. Okay, there's a little piece of potato left. Now we'll take another one. Line it up best you can. Well, looks like I didn't cut that one far enough. You see, if you don't cut it enough, it'll make that ribbon. That's why you want to do your best to cut it halfway through. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a ribbon. Oh. And here's this piece of potato for this one. And then you can just cut these up and fry them for fried potatoes if you want. Right now I just want to use them as potato chips, so we'll do one more. See how this one works. Just lining it up. You can't see that on the camera, but there's a groove here I'm lining up as I push it down. And we're done. Now, what you can do, a lot of times you can, if you want to, you can soak this in salt water first. You can soak it for a little while. But I found that, you know, for potato chips it's not quite as critical, especially if you're in a hurry. So if you come home from work or whatever and you want homemade potato chips in a hurry, you probably don't want to soak your potatoes. Now what we're going to do is I am going to do sort of a par fry step, but I'm not going to, some people boil them, or if you're using a deep fryer, for French fries and such, you fry them for a little period of time, 2 to 3 minutes, then you take them out, let them cool, and you double fry them is what it's called, and that gives you the crunchiest texture. We're going to do sort of a similar thing to that, but we're going to combine it all in one step, and I'll show you how to do that. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take, if you look at these, see how perfect these are? These are just really nice, perfectly sliced potato chips using a Spiralizer. So I'm just going to, you know, throw them in here and spread them around. I don't want them to be clumped up. Here's this. Now, when you get, Spiralizer sometimes has like the core that comes through. That's okay. Put it in there. Nothing wrong with that. And this is, I'm going to use an Emeril air fryer right here. So I'm just going to throw these in. I'm just going to put this amount in for now. I'm just covering the bottom. You can put in as many as you want, but remember, if you crowd it too much, then they won't get as crispy. So we're going to put this in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for a total time of, I don't think it'll take this long, but I'll just put it on 10 minutes for 400. Now after about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll bring you back. I'm going to show you what I do. So we just put the potato chips in here, 400, and I set it for 10 minutes just to get started. So we'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes, actually about three full minutes. I'm going to pull them out, and they're just starting to get cooked. Now this is equal to the pre-fry step I told you about when you double fry French fries or things like that. But instead of doing it in boiling water or second fry, we're going to do it all in one. So we fried them, and you notice I didn't spray them with oil or anything first. Because a lot of times when you're using an air fryer, they'll say if you want that deep fried taste, spray them with oil. So I don't do that initially. Why do I not do it initially? I want some of that water to evaporate and dry them a little bit. And that's going to help us to get a little crunchier texture. So now what I'm using is just one of those pumps that you can buy just to spray oil. I'm using peanut oil because I like the taste of my fried food. And now I'm just going to, just does a nice mist. And if you're trying to be, no fat or low fat, you can avoid the oil. But I'm going to add it because I like it. Now I'm also at this stage, I'm going to put some salt. This is a nice sea salt. Potatoes can take quite a bit of salt, so don't be afraid to put the salt on there. Now we're going to put it on here, and there's about 6 minutes left on the timer. So we'll leave it go for 6 minutes, and we'll take a look. If it takes a little longer, I'll let you know. But right now it's set for 6 minutes, so plan on coming back in 6 minutes. Okay, everybody. I added 5 extra minutes. I checked at 10 minutes, and they weren't crispy enough to my liking. So I added 5 minutes for a total cooking time of 15 minutes. And it should be finished any second now. There we go. So it's been a total time of 15 minutes, so let's take a look and see what we have. We dump them out. A little bit hot. So as you can see, they're golden brown. Now what I'm going to do is, typically you might want to add a little more salt. Now I'm also going to kick these up a notch, and this is sort of a little added bonus. Instead of having normal potato chips, you can try to kick them up and make them chili cheese potato chips. So what I have here is I have cheddar cheese powder in the shaker, which you can buy. So I'm going to sprinkle some cheddar cheese on them. So now we have cheesy potato chips. Now, if I want to make them taste like chili cheese, I just take a bottle of chili powder that you'd buy at the store and sprinkle some of that on here. If you want, you can just toss them around a little bit. I can smell it. I can smell that chili cheese seasoning. So now, let's take one and give it a taste. I don't know if you can hear the crunching, but very crunchy. Very good. Now, very good. 15 minutes total time was perfect. Now, if you want to kick it up another notch, don't be afraid to take one of your favorite hot sauces. This is one that This is one that I've picked up recently. You can see it's quite active. This is a Yellowbird Ghost Pepper condiment, and I like it a lot. I think it has a good amount of heat. So let's try putting some of this on a chip. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we're talking party now. It's hot. It's very hot. So there you have it. We made homemade. Ooh, boy, is that hot. Woo! We made homemade potato chips. We used fresh potatoes. We didn't peel them. We scrubbed them with a Scrub Daddy. We used the Wolfgang Puck electric spiralizer. We did the slicing halfway through them trick. So we did the spiralizer. turn them into perfectly cut chips. We then use the Emeril 3.5 quart air fryer. We set it on 400. Total time 15 minutes. After the 3-minute mark, so I put them in after the 3-minute mark. If you recall, I pulled it out, sprayed them with some peanut oil using a mister, shook them around, and also put some salt on them. I then put it in and did them for about another 12 minutes at 400 degrees. Pulled them out, added a little more salt, and then I added cheddar cheese powder, some chili powder, and even some hot sauce. So there you have it. I hope you try this. If you get an air fryer, they're one of the hottest kitchen gadgets around right now. So if you get one, give this a try for something to do. I think you'll really like it. And it's a lot of fun too. So thank you for watching. Please press the thumbs up, like, subscribe buttons. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to leave a comment. I plan on doing a lot more air fryer videos. So let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll try to get them out there as soon as I can. Thank you very much, and have a happy holiday. I'm going to eat some more of these. Oh. Gotta have some more hot sauce. This stuff is hot. Wow. I need something cold.